Well, this is going to be interesting. The Critical Drinker just uploaded a video about Acolyte, and I'm probably not going to upload this reaction video not tomorrow, on Friday, maybe Saturday, because tomorrow I gotta work and it's very, very late right now. I feel because he's Scottish, he has like 2 hours behind here in Sweden, so it's pretty late here in Sweden. So this is going to be my last video for the day, or well, for the night, before I have to go to bed and to work tomorrow. So well, the Acolyte, I saw the trailer. I didn't want to do a reaction on it. It was just, well, I wanted to, but I'm just too depressed right now, and now this as well. So yeah, I saw the trailer. It just fucking trash. It's just, I feel like Obi-Wan. I'm standing there on the top of the hill of Mustafar, watching Anakin burn, and Anakin is actually Star Wars as a whole, and just watching it burn. Oh, God, I'm too tired for this. So, but I have to do it to see. I mean, it's kind of, I have to see here what he has to say. So let's just jump into it. Sorry, the headphones wasn't really plugged in. Tired. Things doesn't seem to work when you're tired.
Hey, remember Star Wars?
Yes.
Oh, shut up, you. Remember how it used to be this awesome space adventure with cool heroes, evil villains, epic action scenes, and inspirational messages about the importance of determination, loyalty, sacrifice, and redemption? Remember when people used to get excited at the prospect of new movies and TV shows that expanded on a rich and detailed world we all wanted to know more about? Remember when it was still considered an icon of pop culture and not a sad, embarrassing train wreck being mercilessly milked to death by a gigantic money-hungry corporation that never understood what made it special in the first place? Remember when it was still being worked on by creatives with genuine passion for the world they were adding to, instead of ridiculous, incompetent tourists and activists masquerading as filmmakers? Well, that brings me
he's hitting every single every single hit. He's hitting the nail spot on. Yeah, I saw that interview as well. Oh, this is it's kind of funny when people, especially the younger generation, not all of them, but those who are fans to Disney Star Wars, they're just, oh, you don't understand, you just want everything to be nostalgic like in the old days, this is new, you don't understand. Yeah, I understand. I understand this is a piece of shit. It's not because, oh, I'm old. I love Star Wars. I mean, the old Star Wars, which is something even a lot of the older generations thinks that it's childish. Like, what the fuck? And I like Harry Potter still. I like the Lord of the Rings, the fantasy. I love all of that, even as a 30-year-old right now. So I'm way too tired for this. Oh, Star Wars. It's so fascinating. It's so fascinating to see some. It feels like I am a Roman living during the exact moment when the Roman Empire collapsed, especially the Western Roman Empire, that sort of thing, or let's say that when the empire was split into like the Western and the East, the Roman Empire. It feels like that. It feels like what this once great civilization that was at the peak of humanity, and then all of a sudden just, it's pretty much the same with Star Wars. This world, this fantastical craft is just when it was at its peak, was amazing, but now it's just
Neatly along to The Acolyte, the latest excretion from Disney Lucasfilm, preparing to join the long line of failed projects that were all going to save Star Wars. This time coming from the creative mind of Harvey.
He's gonna say it. The whole. Not gonna say the name. That whole thing. She was assistant to. What is Disney thinking about? It's not like a good thing to do, like not for your image, especially. Like, who is pulling the plug here? I know it's what is his name, Bob Iger or something, and yes, I saw that tweet or X whatever. I don't use it, but I saw it from another video. George Lucas is endorsing Bob Iger and everything that's been done to Star Wars. Like, someone is having a gun towards George Lucas' head. It have to. This is fucking ridiculous. They going from someone who say, "Oh, selling Star Wars to Disney was like selling to white slavers." Like, okay, and I know he's old, and someone new must take over Star Wars to make it better. But I'm not interested in going back and see all of that. I'm not. I'm looking for other sort of things. Like, well, I'm trying to build my own fantasy world with my own map I'm working on and my own characters. It's kind of like a high fantasy world. It's fun. Like, I'm not planning to publish or something there, some work or something like that. It's just fun. I'm just having fun to build my own world, build my own characters, and just have them all in there and just use your imagination. It's so much better than just watching this garbage from Star Wars.
Weinstein's former personal assistant, Leslie Headland, who really cares about Star Wars, apparently.
Oh god, no.
Star Wars saved my life.
Star Wars saved my life. Okay. Yeah, because of obvious reasons.
I don't believe you.
Anyway, in much the same way that Marvel desperately held back the trailer for The Marvels as long as possible because they fully understood what an embarrassing turd they had on their hands, not to mention the sheer fan apathy towards the project, the first trailer for The Acolyte finally released yesterday, 4 years after the show was first announced and barely 2 months before it premieres on Disney+. And Jesus, it's already been ratioed into oblivion. Honestly, the memes probably...
when I saw it was pretty divided, like 100 against 100. Okay, so now it's turning towards... Okay. Also, Disney. I don't know what you know, or Disney and Disney Star Wars. I don't know if you know what the word acolyte is in Star Wars universe. You have your Padawans, the apprentice to a Jedi. You have a Sith apprentice to the Sith master. An acolyte is someone who is applying to become a Sith apprentice. That's an acolyte, and they go through a training, like a test and that sort of thing, to see if they have the skills and the ambition and what we call now endurance and that sort of thing to become a Sith apprentice. That's the next stage to become a Sith lord and that sort of thing. But this is Disney Star Wars. They can do whatever they want.
Probably got more traction on social media than the show itself. But Drinker, you handsome roguish smuggler with a heart of gold, I hear you say. What's of the trailer itself? What does it tell us about the show? What's the tone and feel?
First off, yes, the visuals are amazing. Absolutely, there's always been that with Disney Star Wars. The visuals are amazing, but the stories are something that you find in the garbage. What what are we calling it again? We're calling it soptipp in Swedish, garbage place, whatever. And the character is so bad, and Disney Star Wars is fantastic at ruining things.
What can we expect from the creative powerhouse of Leslie Headland? Well, I'll be fucked if I know, because the trailer is less of a primer for the Acolyte and more like a series of disconnected scenes carefully chosen to tell us nothing at all. I mean, I just, what is this about? This as I said, this has nothing to do with an Acolyte. Absolutely nothing. Zero. It's just Jedis, and someone is murdering Jedis during the High Republic, which also High Republic is the Disney Star Wars version of the Old Republic. Sucks beyond this galaxy and further beyond this goddamn universe. It's so bad. I'm just, why? You have the Old Republic, the coolest fucking thing about the Star Wars, alongside with the originals in the movies, and really had fun playing a particularly challenging game of Spot the White Guy with this trailer, because damn man, this one shows enough to fulfill Disney's entire DEI quota for the next 2 fiscal years. For example, check out this collection of Jedi Padawans and see if you can identify the one demographic that's mysteriously left out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put my foot in this hellhole. Yes, I do think that Disney Star Wars has become very racist against white people, and as a white man or whatever sort of thing, I can say that yes, I like being white. I have proud in my white heritage and that sort of thing. I'm not racist for it. I'm just thinking, what the fuck? It's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, white people, yeah, we have done a lot of shit, absolutely, but we also done a lot of good things. For example, internet and all this sort of shit we have today. Black people have their own faults, but they also have a lot of things they should be proud of. And Latinos, even though Latinos are basically whites, I don't understand why Americans think that, Mexicans are different compared to whites. No, you're the same, like, just like here in Europe, Spanish and Swedish people are pretty much the same. We're all white here in this area, and then we're all humans. Yes, I understand that. Like, we are humans, but culturally we are divided as hell. And now ideology and now racism has become more and more of a thing, unfortunately. But yeah, here's the thing: if the main character was black, I don't have a fucking problem with that. I actually liked Finn from the new Disney Star Wars movies, the sequels. I liked Finn in the first movie. I was like, he's cool. I want to see more of him. And then Disney turned him to a fucking joke. Like, and then of course you have Mace Windu, also a very serious kind of Jedi, also pretty cool and that sort of thing. But yes, Disney says, oh, we've got to sort of celebrate our diversity. Okay, where's the white man? Where's the man even? Like, I don't see any black males here. I'm just, who the fuck cares anymore about this? Just make it good. I'm sick and tired of this racism that you are doing, Disney. Not outspoken racism, but this very symbolic sort of way. Like, screw the white man, screw that. Let's have a woman, Colombian Sith. Like, yeah, sure. But the character sucks. I don't understand all this. This is one thing that I'm starting to just. When I grew up, we were taught to be, to not embrace diversity, but not celebrate diversity. That came very much later. We were more like, how should I explain this? Like early 2000s things. We didn't see color as children then. Like, who the fuck cares? There was a lot of Arab children that I had grew up with in school, black children, and then whites, Finns, Germans, Italians, Kosovos. Like, there's a lot of people that I grew up with. It was diverse, absolutely. And we didn't give a fuck about racism here. But now it's just everywhere you look. It's about racism, diversity, leftist propaganda. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand why. Have these people never read history? Have these people never... These people are one of those people that have grown up in like excluded, isolated communities, center, whatever it's called, and privatized schools where there's like only rich white people and that sort of thing. They never gone to a public school and that sort of thing. And they feel like, oh, because I didn't have that, I want to show that I do care about diversity. Like, this is not the way. This is certainly not the way.
Out. Anyway, as best as I could piece together from various interviews and whatever tidbits of information the trailer gave us, the general gist is that the show takes place in a time of peace and prosperity for the High Republic, with the Jedi presiding over a galaxy of order and happiness, because Leslie Headland thought it would be interesting to make Star Wars with no war in it.
Oh, yeah.
Superb choice there, Leslie. Can't wait for you to make an alien movie that doesn't have any xenomorphs in it. Although I did like how she described the show as Frozen meets Kill Bill.
Fuck.
Which on
Frozen meet Kill Bills. What? Frozen meet Kill Bill. It kind of fun. I saw the Frozen 2 recently because my nephew was visiting for a short while, and he wanted to see Frozen 2. I was like, I've seen the first one, not really my kind of movie. And when I saw the second one, I was like, do you really like this? This movie is really bad. It feels like an AI made it, because the story's bad, it's very generic as hell, the music is not really that good, and the relationship with the sisters felt very incestuous. Like, maybe they should tone down the whole sister love thing, because it's starting to become very suspicious right now.
honestly feels like she picked the last two movies she happened to see and mashed them together.
The 13 of us began with a singular vision. Titanic meets Frasier.
I mean, honestly, what are you even supposed to take from a description like that? Apparently, she also wanted to explore the franchise from the perspective of the villains, because the bad guys are wildly outnumbered at that point and are the underdogs, which kind of explains this line right here.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power.
Ah, Star Wars, the classic story of good versus evil, which is no longer about good versus evil.
This is about power.
Power.
Tell me, why is so much of modern Hollywood about tearing down classic heroes and reframing villains as misunderstood anti-heroes? Why are they trying to dupe people into believing that nothing is intrinsically...
Oh no, I just realized something. Oh no. Fuck, they're gonna do it. Oh no. You know that they're going to remake Harry Potter. Oh my god, they're gonna make Voldemort like a... Oh, he was bullied and he was never felt loved. Like, instead of that, you know, he was abandoned by his parents, and he felt alone, and he was the one who bullied a lot of other people, and he didn't want to be included in sort of social life, and he was a very lone wolf and a psychopath as well. And he killed his own parents at a very young age. Oh my god. And his entire family as well, both from his mother and father's side. I think he was like 8 years or something when he did it in the books. We never saw it in the movies, but Oh my god, they're gonna do that to Voldemort. Oh. I also don't understand these sort of things.
Good or bad, that morality and objective reality don't actually exist, and everything comes down to what you personally feel. It's almost like once you stop people from believing in anything, then they'll eventually come to accept everything. Anyway, I digress. I have to admit, I did find myself with a few questions as I watched this trailer though, like, why is Carrie-Anne Moss fighting like she's got a metal rod shoved up her arse? Why is this diverse individual cosplaying as the 13th Doctor? Why is this guy fighting hand to hand when lightsabers exist? How exactly did Leslie Headland get such a high profile showrunner job in a franchise that she's never even worked in before?
Like, you just have to have the confidence to walk in there and pretend like you know how to do it. I'm telling you guys, like, the truth. Like, that's how I made my first film, was that I was like, I know what's going on. I didn't at all. And I think it shows in the movie.
Ah, that explains it. If you want another fun little game for yourself, then look up...
My god, if I went to another man's job and just, I know what I'm doing. Let's say I'm just going from walking in a food store, which I do like, and then all of a sudden becoming a video game developer. I'm gonna lose the job pretty fast. Okay, these sort of people. Where do Disney find these people? Like, seriously, where do they find them? I like, where? I want to know. Like, I know college people, many of them, but where? Where do they found these people? Like, I legit want to know so I can stay the heck away from them.
Pretty much any interview of Headland talking about this show, and I can pretty much guarantee that 90% of it will be her talking about her favourite subject in the entire world, herself. How important this story was to her, how it made her feel to be represented, why her characters from a fanfic written decades ago somehow find themselves in a $100 million TV show because they mattered to her.
Is that when I pitched it, because I came in and I pitched my own idea, but I would have been able to understand as a queer person, and I think I would have had a completely different life. It was like, I was like, what I'm really interested in is, but
it is always about the spiritual journey of what it is to become who you are.
This show has all the hallmarks of just another vanity project from a narcissistic writer who can't see past their own reflection and identity, whose creative imagination extends no further than
put a ticket in and make her name it gay!
These are the people in charge of Star Wars now, and I think it's about time that we accepted it's not going to change, ever. Disney are never going to give this
I'm way ahead of you, Drinker. Now I'm just watching Star Wars just for the shit of it, just to see it burn and that sort of thing. It's difficult to admit it, but that's just how it is right now. Unfortunately, I just watch Disney. I'm not paying to watch it. Absolutely not. Fuck that. No more. I'm just watching it to just see it burn. Absolutely.
Franchise up, and they're never going to do any better because, quite simply, they can't. And George Lucas isn't coming back riding atop a white horse to save the day. And in case you were ever in any doubt about that, just check out his latest statement where he publicly backed Bob Iger against the one and only guy who might actually have a shot at turning the company around.
Magic is not for amateurs. Talk about keeping people down, like locking the positions of success from the underdogs in sort of way. Like, you don't know that. I've seen a fuck ton of amateurs doing videos and that sort of thing, and they are talented, like really talented. Like, why do they not get the money to make freaking war movies or Star Wars movie, sci-fi, fantasy, anything like that? No. Because all of these people in high places, they just care about their own reputation, their own sort of close circlement of friends. Like, oh, I know that director. He knows my daughter. Can I have my daughter in your movies? Yeah, even though she never done an actor school, but her friends who were poor, she did it because she's working for it. Like, I know I might be over exaggerating his quote here, but yeah.
Around. I guess a man really can put a price on his own dignity and self-respect. The point is that Star Wars today is nothing but an embarrassment to everyone.
The thing is also, but why are you putting... how old is he? He's like over 70, I think. Probably older. But he has money to just... No, I'm not gonna... I don't care. If I had that sort of money, what would I do? Well, I would buy a house in the middle of nowhere and just live there and just do not give a single damn about anything anymore. Like, I know that I have enough money to just live my life without doing any kind of work. I don't need to say anything, because why would I? And I will, and my family after me will also have pretty much, how should I say it? They have their futures are secured for the next coming generations. Like, why would I care about putting my influence, and that sort of thing, my money into this? Like, I just don't understand. Either because he's having really way too much time, and he's just starting to have a little bit of like a life crisis to himself. Like, I don't...
associated with it. It's that pop star you idolized as a kid who's now a fat, balding, middle-aged man trying in vain to compete with artists half his age, who probably has a search history more disturbing than Vosh's. It's that hot girl you dated once in high school who now has 3 kids by 3 different dads and lives off welfare checks, but still goes out on the town every Saturday like she's 21. It's that 40-year-old woman in your office still listening to Taylor Swift songs, convinced there's deep meaning to be found in the trite, cliched lyrics and simplistic melodies. It's a grown-ass man who makes YouTube videos complaining about Star Wars for a living and wears shades indoors at night. Oh wait, my point here is that maybe this was ultimately for the best. Maybe it's time for fans to accept that the Star Wars they knew and grew up with is gone and it's never coming back. Maybe it's finally time to let it go and move on. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go on.
That's pretty much what they say. God, I hated this. This was actually pretty good. It was kind of like the only thing about the sequels I liked, that Luke and Yoda talk with each other, and it was the old puppet sort of way. Even though the scene didn't make any sense and that sort of thing, but it was really, really good here. The only thing that I felt like was anything good with the movies. But yes, Star Wars is dead. Absolutely. I accepted that now for a long time. It's dead. It's never coming back. The next generation, they think they like it, but they actually don't. And when they grow up, they're gonna look back and really think like, yeah, this is bad. As usual, Critical Drinker hits on the spot here and there, absolutely. It's all a dream. It's all a bad dream. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Go and sub to Critical Drinker. Show some love for the man, absolutely. See you all later for whatever comes next. Who knows? I'm gonna go to bed.